Are you ready to roll?
Oh, hello, and welcome to the stream. My name is Grizzly. I'm a charity streamer with Extra Life, one of the co-captains of Half Best Friends. If you don't know what Extra Life is, it's a platform for gamers, whether it be tabletop, video game, whatever, gamers in general, to raise money for their local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So far this year, I have raised $563 on this channel, aiming for 2,000 this year. I got to 2,000, just over 2,000 last year. As a team, which there are 15 of us, we have raised $4,776. So that is, that is just amazing. We've been averaging about $1,000 a month overall. Oh, hello! My ears are missing, but hello. Hold on. There. She's gonna yell at me. She is gonna yell at me because she's gonna see that and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Which is super funny. So it is Wednesday, folks. Wednesday. So you know what that means. Are you ready to roll? Mutants and Masterminds, Vanguard, issue number 8, which is red light, green light. So, 1, rude. 2, well played. 3, I hate you. But, that being said, last time when we left our heroes, 2 of the heroes, Wildcat and Thunderfist, had gone through a portal into an alternate dimension, where they ended up in Ruby City Federal Penitentiary, where the entire city is domed and encased in technology used from the alien invasion that was the Silver Storm in their world. Was reverse engineered and turned into a giant mega prison, where outside of the mega prison, the world is run by, well, not the world. The United States currently is run by Steve, also known as Limelight, which they went to visit in their world in LA for a bit. So there's that. So they found out that from the perspective that they are able to determine, Limelight is evil from their perspective because the world is a utopia and they're going to, set aside all war. There hasn't been war in 20 years, but there's these mega prisons all over, and the mega prisons are supposed to house villainous people with powers, but it's political prisoners, anybody who doesn't agree with the status quo, stuff like that. So they're trying to find a way home. They found some counterparts. So Wildcat's doppelganger from there, who's a Dogonian, wants to get out along with that universe's version of Miss Lockhart and Linda. So they are in communication with the professor and Nanite through the gate. They have an oh shit button if they need to get out, but we're going to kind of see where that goes. Also, so this is a charity stream, like I said at the beginning. So if you look at either side of my big ass head, so if you look that way, that is the game day ready to roll chart. So anytime we do a session, whether it's on like Wednesdays, usually we haven't done any. We've done a couple Thursday sessions, but all those are active on those days, and some of them are active outside of those days too. So $2 gets you a roll on the Comic Chaos chart, which is on that side, which I'll talk about in a minute. $5 gives a replay or roll to a player or a DM, and they have to take the result. $10 gives a hero point to a player. A hero point can be used for all sorts of things, including a reroll where you take the better result and add 10 to it. They can change the scene to their advantage. They can counter an action from an enemy. So many different things that they can do. Save themselves from dying, remove a condition, all sorts of things. That being said, the next one is $10 to be a guest star in a future issue or episode. For $10, you too can build a character and be a superhero. $10, I can add a custom NPC. There are currently 2 of them. We've only met one of them. The other one has been hinted at. And then finally, for $20, it's a custom issue or episode. So that means whatever's on your mind, whatever you think for like an idea and a concept, I will write up an episode or an issue based off that concept, and it'll be one of our future ones. So on this side is the Comic Chaos chart. Comic Chaos chart is, like I said, $2 roll. You get to roll on there. Use the D20s down below. You get to choose. There's 9 different ones. Choose whatever one you want. It'll roll up on the screen, and then you can type exclamation point comic, and it'll bring up that chart on when we're on the other screen. So that way you can see what you roll. And it can be anything from a random plot twist, like right now. The events of last issue and this issue are a direct result of Wenaden rolling a 3 on this chart 4 episodes ago, where a multiverse unit portal opened up, and so this is the result of that. Also, they can gain a following, they can get teleported. We've had people get amnesia. If you roll a 19 or 20, you get to roll twice, which is awesome, so you get to roll 2 more times. And you get something good. But there's those, and then there's also the Nerf the Nerd chart. So that is to fuck with me specifically. So if I type in nerd, is it not working on this one? Oh, there it is. So $3 per roll or $5 and you choose. So the only one you cannot choose with that is the reroll. I'm not going to let you pay $5 and get 2 rolls. No, not going to happen. But like I said, there's all sorts of. That timer is very short. But wear a headband, beard baubles, play with tiny hands. My tiny hands for 5 minutes. Extra large bacon pancakes. Eat a peach gummy ring or gummy nut. Take a shot of lemon juice. All sorts of shit that fucks with me directly. So there is that. But how about we get down to the excitement? Get to the players, and get this party started, so to speak. Here, let me move that over there. Make sure I switch to the proper fucking scene, which is always helpful. And then we have to unmute. What's up, bitches? Hello?
You're a bitch.
I know you tell me every day. Every day.
Don't you forget it.
I try not to.
Dinner.
I was eating my dinner before stream. I had hot dogs, but I didn't have anybody to stare in the eyes while I was eating the hot dog, so it made me sad.
Did you have a bun?
I did have a bun. It wasn't in a bowl, and I had ketchup and mustard. I'm sorry, folks. These are a lot of inside jokes that you guys don't understand. And they happened when we were playing tabletop games in person. I was running as a DM, so Fueled by ADHD was sitting across from me, and we had barbecued. Dave had grilled for us, and we're eating and stuff. And I'm just staring at Matt, Fueled by ADHD, while I'm eating a hot dog. And I eat very fast usually, and like I'm trying to run a game, so it's just like, oh, so I'm like fucking just half the hot dog in my mouth, taking bites, making prolonged eye contact with this man. And he just looks at me, he's like, you're not allowed to eat hot dogs in front of me again because you made it weird. Then the other time is we were sitting down, and where I sit at the table is further back. And so I'd have to like get past everybody to get to the kitchen. So our buddy Lance, who was playing with us, was getting up. I'm like, hey, can you grab me some hot dogs? So we had hot dogs. This motherfucker, I said, hot dogs and some mustard. And this motherfucker literally brings a bottle of mustard to me and a bowl of hot dogs. No bread, no silverware, no utensils. A bowl of fucking hot dogs and mustard. I'm like,
and it was 2 or 3 hot dogs in there, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, fuck it. This is what I'm doing. Fuck it. I just fucking poured mustard in the bottom of the bowl and then used the hot dogs, as the silverware for the mustard. I'm like, fuck it. I don't give a shit at this point. But like,
I recall you also stared at him angrily too.
Oh, I did the whole entire time while I was eating it. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Those are fun things. So this is the thing. Playing tabletop games is one of those things that anything you say can be taken completely out of context if nobody knows what the hell is going on. If we just recorded the sessions and didn't tell anybody that we were playing a game, and just like they're like, what the fuck is going on? That's why this is funny, because you guys know we're playing a game, but it's still some funny shit that gets said. But it is issue 8, folks. You guys are in Ruby City. This issue is called Red Light, Green Light.
Ooh. I hope people with weird symbols on their face don't show up.
No, it's just going to be WoW tactics.
Tank and spank?
Yeah, tank and spank. Always tank and spank. As long as it's not fucking Star Wars where they give you fucking 3 goddamn knockbacks and only 2 ways to prevent it. Motherfuckers. Anyway, I digress. So, Wildcat and Thunderfist went through the portal. Stretch appeared not to go through the portal, so they don't know if Stretch actually came after them. They just assumed you coward.
Oh yeah, we got the third team member. Big bitch.
Yeah. So Jenny, it's up to you what side of the portal you're on. Are you still in your home plane of existence, or are you in Ruby City?
Let me do this real fast.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Can I get Dave and Robert both to get perception checks real fast?
Oh, for fuck.
I want to know what's happening. Oh, damn.
No.
Dave doesn't notice shit.
I found my feet. There they are.
I've been there the whole time.
Well, you could have fucking signed it off. How's that? Dick.
Well, so he's around new people, and you know how he is with new people. He doesn't like them.
That's fair.
He's like, new people, fuck these guys. No, I'm good. I'm good. Absolutely good.
They're not new.
New people, but it's also old people.
So Jenny, just to recap, when they came there, they didn't. The first 2 people they met were your doppelganger and Thunderfist. Thunderfist is a speedster, so looks very much like Robert, except for he is thin-toned muscle, as opposed to Robert's brick shithouse muscle. And Stretch is a ghost, who is currently, the last time they saw him, inhabiting a gorilla body.
All right, so we're all just the Flash and part of the Flash's rogues gallery.
That's not true. They met Dave's character, who's a Dagonian, so he's a big dog guy.
I'm sure I can find a dog in the Flash's history somewhere. Well, have we encountered, like, what is the grand list of people we've encountered so far? Was we encountered, like, the other version of Linda?
All of it.
Yes.
Okay. Did we encounter the dead body of Aton?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they're assuming.
Because what we just do this here. Do this.
We did encounter didn't we encounter the alternate version of Agent Dad?
No, you guys, because I said you guys could try to look him up, but you guys didn't. Because if I remember correctly, and I'm quoting Dave, we don't need to meet everybody.
No, we decided that if Stretch had been there, that was who was going to look him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't want to shoot our wad of like of characters for Juddy to meet and be all like, "Wow, you look just like my dad, except for you have nose hair," or whatever.
Yeah. Juddy also, like you did overhear him saying that they're probably going to have to. Yeah, they are talking about having to kill your doppelganger. Or sorry, kill Robert's doppelganger.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. But you were going to have to probably kill Robert's doppelganger, and they were trying to recruit mine.
There was nothing about recruitment.
That's what Will
No,
told me.
that was the whole idea, is we were going to try and recruit him.
Yes, that was what you guys were discussing at the end of last session.
We hadn't done it yet, but we were going to try it.
Because Robert brought up the good point that more than likely, if this version of Thunderfist is as stubborn as he is, then like if he gets angry in his mindset, he's not gonna flip. So from what you know, Juddy, and the interactions that you have heard, is the city's actually run by Dr. Techno. Dr. Techno is alive and well. Him and Nanite of this world rule this. They are actually technically the wardens. Like when you come in, like when they first got there and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, no, he's the bad guy. He runs, that side of that. He's the big bad. No, he's not. He's actually technically the warden. And technically,
Yeah,
Linda and everybody them work for him.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm more wondering, like, trying to keep an eye on or figure out things about who is actually in charge of this. Like, all these people have been locked up in here and are actively trying to get out and aren't criminals. So why are they being kept in? Who's keeping them in? Why weren't they, alleviated from this area?
They were locked in almost 20 years ago and have been here since.
Yeah.
And then other ones just get thrown in here.
Exactly. It's got to be coming from somewhere, and somebody's got to keep them locked in. The warden might be in here, but the warden's not getting out either.
Huh. Steve! It's all Steve. President Limelight.
I knew it.
President Limelight is the one in charge. Anytime you see him, he's actually dressed in a super suit. And he has... So from what they've been able to determine for his power set and what they've learned is he has probability control. It's not as high ranking as it is in your world. He doesn't have the time part of the manipulation. Instead, he has more like Jesse Custard from Preacher, where he vocalizes and people are naturally inclined to do what he says.
Like I said, because like you said, a lot of people are trying to like flee basically, or try and come to our side of the portal.
Yeah. Well, because
we're trying to figure out what is keeping everybody down on this side that makes them actively want to run away. Should we be trying to fix things on this side?
They can't get out They can't get out. The tech that they are using, the dome. So do you remember at the beginning of the storyline when I talked about the Silver Storm, the alien that came down, and how you guys have the big alien that's inert and they can't do anything with it? It's just a
Yes.
piece of that. The alien actually did more damage here. They were able to defeat it, but they were able to reverse engineer its tech. The dome around it is that alien tech reverse engineered and amplified. They cannot shut it off. It's a nullification field. If you get the closer you get to it, your powers start to nullify, so you can't access your powers as you get close to the field.
Even if they're innate?
Yeah, it shuts them all off.
Go, dude.
And it's a perfect sphere too. So that's the thing, is it just wherever it hits the ground, it keeps on going in a spherical shape around You're in a giant ball, and they figured out that this is one of many. Almost every major country in the world has one of these prisons. And outside of the prisons, it's a utopia. And they're actually inside a week or two, they are going to be voting for the president of Earth. And when they found out that's when Dave's like, yeah, this guy's Steve's a villain. He's a bad guy. It's bullshit.
No, that might be who I'm trying to gather info on.
Don't tell me you're gonna try to topple a fucking entire world regime when all we need to do is get these refugee people out. It's another dimension. It's none of our damn business.
Exactly, it's another dimension. We'll be better off trying to help them here and give them things to fight back with, or should we just spirit them away to our dimension and cause more havoc over there?
Why are you trying to make this more difficult?
Because that's how comics work, Dave.
Look, don't give me a meta explanation. Why would we try to make this more
Well,
difficult?
first off, you don't even know he's there, so that's the thing. This is all Juddy without your guys' knowledge.
Listen, if he gets left behind, he gets left behind.
Yeah, then we can have Ghost him, and he'll have to make a whole new character where he's a ghost instead. What do you think of that?
Actually, it would be that hard to change. I would just change over the incorporeal power with all the alternate changes.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
So you guys are at Aton's estate. So it has been a few days since the last session, and remember, you guys were because they had to get things prepared, tell the others, like make a game plan. But in that time frame, you have gained the trust of Miss Lockhart enough that she is actually taking you to the lab. So the lab is very similar to to Aton's lab back at your place, back in your realm, but it's heavily fortified. Yeah, like vault style locks, biometrics. You see a lot of similar devices, and then some devices you're not familiar with that he didn't build over there, or if he did, they're not there. The one thing that you do notice in the very center of the room, Robert, you're the one that notices it because you're the one that figured it out last session, is his giant chamber.
I mean,
Lost feature has been revealed.
Is it covered or anything, or is it?
Oh
can
no!
I, like, see inside
Oh,
of
you
it?
can see inside of it. There's lights on. You can see clear as day what looks like a sleeping Aton. Looks like he's in a coma. It looks perfect stasis, and you can see just around the edge of the glass window, like ice crystals. And the machine is called Genesis.
All right.
I knew it.
There's all sorts of fancy digital displays, and so the big difference here is the technology is more advanced than what you're used to, even for Aton. Aton always had like his technology is like above the rest of the world overall. Besides, like maybe like Keats Industries or Andromeda, like the bigger tech companies. Like his tech was always like high end, and this stuff makes his stuff look like it's the Stone Ages. So what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna look at Miss Lockhart, and I'm gonna just be very upfront with her. You guys aren't using him to power the portal, are you?
Yes.
All right. Well, that solves one mystery.
One of the side doors like just opens up real quick, and you see.
What I saw?
Nope, you see this man come like running out super fast at you.
Ah.
and he stops a split second before, like running into you, Dave, and he is literally like maybe a sheet of paper away from your nose to nose. Who the?
Did he come up aggressively or just quickly?
Quickly. Like you just saw a flash. Roll a perception check, Dave.
Perception.
Robert, you can as well, and Juddy, you as well.
Ah.
Okay.
Hitting.
Luckily, it's Hold on, my program's being wonky. Let me.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I just saw their dice roll, they didn't roll; they like bounced around.
Everybody /save, so get rid of the cookies. Okay. Okay, so.
But I like cookies; they're delicious.
Yeah. So, Juddy, you're not sure, but it's also from your vantage point. But right now, how close he is, his thigh is kind of crushing you. Robert and Dave, Robert, you have a better vantage point because Dave is just a bit too close. Like Dave, you know who it is. You're both a little starstruck at first. This is Jawjack. In your world, he was a world champion gladiator for Extreme. Like he retired a few years ago. And stuff like that, but he's world famous. He holds 6 title records and stuff like that for the Gauntlet for the Extreme channel.
So he's like Laser on American Gladiators.
Yeah, he's super famous. Like everybody knows who he is. Speaking of which, they're bringing back American Gladiators.
I'm not surprised.
The Miz is going to host it. But anyway, he's just like, who are you? What are you doing here? Who are these people? And he looks over at Lockhart. He's like, they're friends, they're allies, don't worry. Allies, I don't know them. What are they? What are you doing? And he looks over at you, Robert, because you were looking at the thing. Why are you staring at my father? Huh? You got this problem with my father? Get the fuck away from him.
I don't have a problem with him. As he says get away from him, the urge in my character to just touch the glass, just to piss him off, is very high, but I'm not going to do it.
See, situations like that is when I do just a self-imposed will save myself to see, okay, am I going to do it? If I pass, I have the willpower not to do it. If I fail, I set the DC myself before I even roll it. I'm just okay, it's going to be a DC, how challenging. And so if it's challenging, a DC 20. If I can meet a DC 20, beat it, I can keep my composure. If not, no, fuck it, I'm going to touch it.
I think my character is smart enough not to have to do that. Actually, in our world, we're kind of friends with him, I guess.
I don't think we even know him.
No, he's talking about Aton.
Oh,
Aton.
okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this guy's a celebrity in your world, so.
Yeah. No, we definitely don't know Jawjack, but we know Aton.
So you know wait, what? They're from another? And she's like, yeah. So you know a version of my father.
He's an asshole.
He always was. And she's like, they're going to help us get over. And he goes, I already told you I'm not leaving. I'll do what I can to help you guys, but if I want to leave, I could leave anytime I wanted to.
In my head, I was thinking, good. Nobody invited you anyway.
Our bigger problem is lightning. Luckily, I'm faster than he is. Dave, just randomly, you hear a clank, and there's in front of you at your feet, there's an autograph book and a pen that looks very familiar.
I'm going to pinch my utility belt.
Okay. Juddy, with that, it makes you come unraveled.
Okay.
And you kind of do the thing like a slap bracelet when you slap it and then you like hit it again and it goes just goes erect and like straight. Basically, what happens to you is you just kind of unfold real quick and go just like pine straight thin and then just like pop and like go into your normal form.
It's like wood plank hit the ground and do like the teeter-totter back and forth thing as I slowly stop spinning and hit the floor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Dick.
Nope, I was on the belt.
Who the fuck is this guy? You can make duplicates?
Stretch.
No,
No.
this is Stretch.
He's also, well, I can't say he's an asshole. He's just a bit of a jerk, I guess.
He's very antisocial.
Alright, dogs are loud right now, so I'm just muted real fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hear a siren in the distance, and it starts getting louder. And then you notice the sky that's usually a reddish tint turns green.
Wait, the sky went from reddish to green?
Yes.
I'm gonna look at Miss Lockhart and say, "What's that?"
Incoming supplies. So when it turns green, it allows stuff to penetrate from the outside. Nothing can leave, just it can come in. So they're shipping our monthly supplies, which is bottled water, foodstuffs, things of that nature. What also means
Again, the fact that it's a comic book just makes me think, well, has anybody tried to, like, reverse the functions of the portal? Like, if they can open to put shit in, but shit can't get out, has anybody tried fucking around with it, try and find a way to get shit out instead of in?
the problem with it is all the controls are on the outside of the portal, not on the inside of the portal, first off. Secondly, if you get anywhere near there, the armed guards and security measures will fuck you up. And thirdly, if you're trying to use powers, it nullifies them as you get closer. But yeah, no. We've definitely tried. A bunch. We've tried digging it down.
We're about powers, but I was thinking about technology. Like, literally just, like, what is it, technos in here? So assuming we have access to, like, some kind of nanomachine type bullshit.
Yeah.
They're dropping supplies off, whatever's dropping them in, obviously has to come in and back out itself. Something to that gets outside, then you can do some bullshit. But all, like, weird sci-fi could be your comic books.
No, trust me, we've tried everything. It's not going to happen. They outnumber us. They outgun us.
Never tell me the odds.
Shut up, Han Solo.
And John Jack's like, it's like the only person who's successfully got outside of that gate is me. But I'm not even registered or supposed to be here.
I'm supposed to be here today.
They don't know I'm here. But these people are my friends. And plus, if I didn't stay to take care of Dad, Mom would kill me.
Who's your mom?
Linda, my father's wife?
I'm just gonna stare at Wildcat in disbelief.
I was like, I haven't been involved in a single conversation yet, and I already knew what was happening. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I want to hear him say it.
Yeah, Aton is my father. Linda is my mother. And if you must know, if you can't figure it out, I'm a speedster.
I don't know why. I'm just imagining this in my head. Was Aton like a dwarf?
No.
What?
For some reason in my head, Aton's like 5'1".
No, when he was in his wheelchair, he looked very short.
Okay. And, like, for some reason in my head, I was just thinking, like, just in my head, imagining him, he's literally like 5 foot on the dot,
Oh
like
no,
a tiny, tiny, like dwarfish man.
no, he was very like very brittle and like hunched over and stuff. Once he got like his full faculties back, he's about 6'6" or so.
Okay.
Just thin. He's 6'6" and thin. Where Jawjack here is about 6 foot even or so, maybe a little bit less. But when you actually look at him, you do notice an interesting fact is his eyes. While they don't shift like Aton's do, they have that same like glimmer to them, like when you look at it.
Oh, Jawjack's eyes do.
Yes. Yeah, where Aton can go through and just constantly like he can shift how his eyes are as he's looking through dimensions. Jawjack doesn't have that. He just has that like when Aton's like normally looking around, like it's almost like they not necessarily glow but sparkle almost. You know what I mean? Like the lights hit him and they're like prismatic when you look at him is the best way I can describe it. His eyes do the same thing. So have we figured out a place then? And she's like, we narrowed it down. It's near Yellow Brick Row. Oh, that's fucking peachy.
What's wrong with Yellow Brick Row here?
Yellow Brick Row is where Nanite and Dr. Techno has their base of operations. They took over all the shops and stuff like that because it's a bunch of high-end tech, and that's where their base of operations is, along with all of their Vindicator robots and power suits and fucking bullshit. Well, if that's where we need to go, we're gonna have to. Okay, logistics. How long do you need to get set up? How much power do we need? And how big of a distraction do I need to fucking make? And she just starts running numbers. I don't. And then the door opens and you see Coyote come in. Jack turns. Coyote, how's it going? I'm assuming you know these three? And he just looks over. No, that one's new.
Which one's this?
This is...
one's the
what do you
alternate
think?
name.
Yeah, this is the dog version of Dave.
Oh, okay.
And he pointed at you and said, no, you're new. He doesn't know who you are.
His nose is broken.
Apparently, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, I should have smelled Juddy on me. That
I did
doesn't
stealth
sound
roll in the very
good.
beginning.
Stealth roll be damned. You can't. You're not supposed to be able to fool the nose. Damn cons.
And then shortly
Oh,
after
missed
that, Linda comes in. Jack's mom. How's it going? So do we have a plan of action now? I have an open window to get the others out of the facility to get them where we need to. So you know where we're going? And Lockhart explains again. Oh, that's problematic. And you're sure you're going to stay? And Jack's like, Mom, I already told you. Why would I go somewhere else? People here need me. I'm going to do what I can to fucking take this down. Even if it's just one. Between my speed and my regeneration, they're not going to be able to catch me. That's how I've stayed off the radar for years. They can't get me.
So in this reality, he's actually a hero, whereas in our reality, he's just kind of like a prima donna athlete.
Yes. And he's like, I can make a distraction. I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to get them away from there, but I can distract them to prevent what you're doing. And Linda's like, well, yeah, but... So for power, we don't have to worry because Lockhart said, and she points at you, Thunderfist, you have lightning powers? Or electrical
In
powers?
response, I'm just gonna crackle my some electricity out of my hands and go, yeah.
Oh, that'll work. Okay, so he does that. What does that guy do? And she's pointing at Stretch.
Be annoying.
I'm just gonna wiggle my body like a SpongeBob cartoon.
The siren goes off again, and then the sky turns red. Actually, Jack's just sitting thinking. He goes, "They only come once a month. If we waited a month, because it's literally every 30 days. If we waited a month exactly, we could time it so that way when they're unloading that, we do this." And I know that's probably longer than you people want to stay here, but it'd be our best opportunity because most of the guards and Techno and them will be going over towards the entry point to prevent anybody from escaping, so they won't be here. They leave minimal guards in the automated security. Otherwise, the only other way to do it is if they have emergencies. And Linda's like, yeah, but that's emergencies are extreme. That's like mass power outages, earthquake, huge explosion and stuff like that.
What about an EMP that could fry about 4 city blocks?
Yeah, that would be a major power outage that would trigger it, and then within a day, within 24 hours, they'd have a response.
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
Wait, you can do EMPs, and you can control lightning,
Uh-huh.
and you're a brick shit house.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so then the other thing we have to worry about is Geist and lightning. Linda goes, Geist won't be that much of a problem. He's kind of derpy.
Yeah.
Lightning, on the other hand, is a zealot. That's because he owes Techno his life. So Techno is the one that saved him. So he feels obligated to follow it. Okay.
So all I'm hearing is that we have to take out the one dude.
Yeah, but he's a speedster, and that's a pain right in the rear end.
That is. Then Lockhart speaks up. Okay, so I got things figured out for this and how to power the generator. But the problem is I will have to take the last amount, and then the body's useless. Jaja kind of grits his teeth and just hits the fucking hits one of the support beams in the lab very hard. And he goes. Mrgh. Linda goes, he's already dead. He's a corpse.
Oh, I thought earlier you had said coma.
No, it looked like a coma. He's dead. He's in the. He is. His body is being preserved.
Basically, he's just on life support, essentially.
Yeah, because they're what. Yeah, because what they're doing is they're taking his bone marrow and then his spinal fluid. And
Gotcha.
Jajak's like, I'm gonna go have a smoke, and he just leaves. Yeah, it's quick as light, just gone.
Obligatory loose papers all flying up in the air.
Yes. And then it moves to a different panel, and it shows Lockhart going over, extracting the last little bit, mixing it into with another serum type stuff into a machine, which she tells you is her portal generator. The problem is the catalyst for it has to be enough power to keep it charged. But she has it rigged
Let
that
me guess. Let me guess. Once we get going, we've got one shot at this, right?
correct.
Ain't that always the way?
Yeah, but you guys have a backup plan, so I mean, you have that.
I mean, if we have to.
Yeah.
We're just being nice.
Yeah.
Actually, did we find out if our like lifeboat thing or whatever you want to call it, if it's just powerful enough to bring us, or
No, it's powerful enough to maintain a portal for a limited time for about 3 minutes. It can hold the portal open, and I mean, as many people as you can get through it in that time.
but it's probably subjected to the same problem that they're having with the portal on their end anyway, right?
What
Theoretically.
what being unstable?
Yeah.
No, yours won't be unstable. It'll be stable, but only for 3 minutes.
No. Well, the fuck won't we just don't we just use that?
I don't know, because you guys decided it was the lifeboat.
Well,
Also,
We're also told it was a one-time use.
yes, it's a one-time use. So if something happens in that time, you're fucked, number one. Number two, as soon as you activate a device like that, it's going to ping their radar system, and they're going to try to track it. So that puts another timer on your head.
One thing I feel is working in our favor in this scenario, though, is if we do have to do that, we may only have 3 minutes, but we now know we have a speedster on our side who can help get more people through in that 3-minute time period.
we're
Correct.
not trying to get the whole world through.
No shit, but if we have 3 minutes and we have a speedster, I don't think we have to worry about like getting the people we want through. Like with time being a problem, I feel like it's going to be other complications that aren't time that are going to be the problem.
Yeah. So I mean, it's up to you guys to figure out, because like you now know like the window, like where you have to go to open the portal to stabilize it. And this part is right at the bad guy HQ. So it's either do an event that causes them to get away from there because of other things. Fucking strong arm your way in there and just say, fuck it, let's do this, and try to fight your way through, or wait a month. Or option 4, use your lifeboat now, say fuck it, cut your losses, get the fuck out of here. The choice is yours.
I feel like the obvious correct choice is just use the lifeboat, say fuck it, and get out. But we're supposed to be heroes.
Well,
Yeah.
like you said, though, we've got 3 minutes. Why don't we just get everybody here and just activate the lifeboat and get the fuck out of Dodge?
We still have the issue of Lightning Viper.
This is true.
I think whatever we do, the first thing we have to do is take care of him.
Yeah, or you can have an epic battle between two speedsters.
I don't think it'd be epic. I think Jaw Jack has it. This one easy.
Oh yeah, he does, hands down. Because John Jack also has like martial arts training. He's called Jaw Jack because his main ability is a fucking punch to your jaw that'll break it.
Yeah, it's called his Jack's Jaw Punch.
Dave, you're a fucking moron.
I don't know. All right. Well, I don't know. I vote either the lifeboat, or we've already gone through all the trouble of going through with one of the other plans there. I say we keep the lifeboat on backup if we have to. 'Cause I still say we don't know for sure how badly it might be affected by the power nullifier thing anyway. I mean, we assume it'll work fine, but
What you're saying is
Well,
you
know-
what you're saying is you have no faith in Aton. That's what you're saying. We get it.
What I'm saying is Aton wasn't aware of all the variables on this end.
I mean, he
So-
should have been. He was throwing shit through for a week.
That's true.
I mean, remember, you do have a lifeline to the other world. You do have your interdimensional phone.
I know. But we're still going to have to deal with lightning either way, and I feel like if we do the first option there, a tactical assault, like creating a distraction elsewhere and then getting the portal stabilized on this end, I feel like that's the best option. We just have to come up with a way to neutralize him, I guess. Too bad we don't have a telekinetic. Then it would be really easy.
So as you guys are talking, it goes to another panel, and through the boarded up window that's reinforced, Jawjack comes flying through it, folded in half, and hits the wall hard, to the point where the wall kind of cracks and shatters. Outside light beaming in, you see the leg of a Colossus robot.
That's
I'm
a
sorry,
problem.
what?
Cease
We
and
lost our
desist.
speech.
Heroes, cease and desist. Vigilantes are not tolerated. Come out peaceably or we will destroy the facility.
Say Jawjack was literally folded in half.
Yeah. Like he's on the
Didn't have like
he's on the floor twitching, and you see, like, you hear bones cracking and seeing him like refix himself, like his spine snaps back. You see bones going back in as he's healing. You know it as regeneration because you have a very similar. He's like, that fucking hurt.
yeah, I don't think I've ever had my spine in half, but I can imagine.
Cease and desist. Enter with your hands up.
Did it just say enter with your hands up?
Yes.
Damn robots. Enter the outside. It's called exiting. I knew that.
You're dumb.
You have 45
I'm sorry,
seconds to comply before we will begin hostilities on the building.
What are we looking at out there, Jawjack?
It's a Colossus Vindicator. So it's
The only one?
Yeah, the Colossus usually sit at the borders. They tracked us here somehow. So the problem with these fucks, which version of Ed 209? No, more of a which version of a Sentinel. It's closer to a Sentinel by appearance, but it uses alien technology and nanite technology. So it means it's self-replicating and self-healing from debris. I mean, I do love a good Ed 209 though.
You guys got a back door out of here, or we're gonna have to fight?
Yeah, you can use my back door. It's over that way.
That's what she said.
But they open the set of vault doors, and you're heading out the back. You're running through, and
No.
like the layout's familiar. You get to the back, the backyard of the estate, and you just keep on going. As you guys are going, you realize you're near the well. And sitting on top of a well, smoking a pipe, is a familiar man in a red suit.
Fuck him. God damn it.
Listen, ignore him. Pretend he's not there. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna ignore us though.
That's
I
a
don't care.
big fucking bot.
Yeah, and
Is he body shaming?
Nothing. And so the other ones with you, so Linda, Lockhart, Coyote and Jawjack look at the three of you and like, who are you talking to?
Will,
Just
do
his
I,
imaginary friend.
do I see him?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not the weird potato spores that I kind of built up immunity to.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, they can't see me, jackass. That's because I'm not here. This is a waypoint. I'm in a different realm, but this is the overlap. You better go because that boy's about ready to turn into about 50 smaller ones.
I mean, we were moving, weren't we?
Thunderfist, blow the tunnel.
Yes. Okay. I don't know how you want me to do that.
I mean, can't your electric blast, like, zap the tunnel?
I don't think you can blow up rocks, but we're gonna try it.
Lockhart looks at you.
No.
Stop. And she puts out her hand, and her hand falls down back below her wrist, and a gun appears out of the wrist. It's a double barrel, and she just fires off 2 shots, and you just hear whoo, and 2 little missiles come shooting out, and then blow up a good chunk of the house.
Blammy!
And then her hand reverts to normal.
Yeah, like that.
I can't do that.
I just want to point out that's not really going to stop him since he's 50 feet tall right now, but let's go!
Going.
As I'm running, I'm gonna mutter, "My partners are a bunch of idiots."
Linda just hits a key fab, and then all of a sudden you just hear, and you see something that looks very, very similar to your guys' V-swoop. Just materialize out of nowhere.
You son of a bitch.
And Linda's like, get in!
It's just like my car. Get in.
I'm gonna get in as well.
Yes.
And she takes off. Okay, stealth mode. Where are we going? Options, people. Options.
Well, apparently it's time to rattle the cage.
Oh, God, that's not good. And she
You wanna
starts...
get out of here or
She,
not?
she starts aggressively, like, dodging and weaving. It's tracking us. Stealth's not working, folks.
All right.
Think you can blast that?
With what? I'm not
You got the
opening...
robot now?
I'm not opening the damn doors!
Listen, I don't know how I've all of a sudden become the doomsday button
Sorry?
that's supposed to stop this.
I'm sorry. I don't shoot anything from my hands. I only see one person here who does.
All right.
Okay,
Wow,
2
yeah.
people, but the other one's flying.
Well, I was about to say, Will,
I want to point something out.
the controls out of Linda's hands. That is me flying and doing evasive maneuvers to stop us from getting blown away.
Okay. Linda's like, God damn.
All right. I don't know if that thing's immune to electricity. If I blast that thing, it could do absolutely nothing, and then we're in the same boat.
True.
Okay, so don't shoot at it and just hope it, like, goes away.
All right.
This boat got
Pocket
weapons.
ball.
Huh?
Does it have? You know what? I'm gonna do a technology check and see if this thing has weapons.
Forward...
Wait, no, the weapons are gonna be useless.
They're forward facing.
And like I said, they're gonna be useless because didn't they say this was self-replicating
Yes.
and self-healing?
Slow it
It
down.
wouldn't even matter.
Take it from someone who has actual regeneration. It'll slow it down at least.
While you guys are arguing, Jawjack just goes over, presses the override button on it, and goes, Get away as fast as you can. I'll slow it down. And he just jumps out of the fucking V-swoop. And then he just, when you look back, you just see him running at top speed, and he just starts circling around the robot. Like, you see parts of it, like, flying off and stuff, then reconstituting. Like, he's not stopping it, per se. Like, he's not really doing enough damage to it to do it, but it's no longer focused on you because it's having trouble because he's taking in, tearing apart the joints, so then it has to reconstitute the joints before it can do anything else. So pretty much has put it in suspension at this point as long as he's fiddling with it.
Yeah, like that.
Huh. It's just like you guys are like, oh, that's kind of impressive. And then you see ahead of you 2 more colossal robots land in the distance, focused on you.
Fucker. Alright, they said it was tracking us, Will.
Yes.
I'm gonna start looking for the tracker. Is that an investigation?
Yes.
God damn it.
You're pretty sure it's on stretch. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I'm sorry, what?
Robert jumped to the wrong conclusion.
Yeah,
My
obviously.
Yes. Yeah, his reasoning is that you got into shenanigans because you didn't come through the portal with them, and at some point you adhered yourself to Dave when we weren't paying attention, probably when we were sleeping. So you did some shenanigans, got yourself involved with these people. They put a tracker on you without you knowing it. Now this is a direct result of your stupidity.
I will say, as a player, I'm pretty sure I know a couple of things where they could be tracking this from. But
Yes.
we're gonna go with what.
Listen, if I got a tracker planted on me, that's because the tracker got planted on Dave, and I was planted on Dave at the same time.
So is that your defense? You're like, it wasn't me, it was him. It's the Spider-Man meme. Everybody's just pointing at everybody.
So
Stupid
what you're saying is
attitude.
it's both of your faults. I have to throw both of you out.
Listen, all I'm saying is, I'm just gonna try something wildly weird as fuck. I'm already flying around and doing like bobbing and weaving maneuvers.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to try and take one of these guys out, AT-AT style. I have like an advanced grapple where I only need one arm to do it.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to stretch one arm out the window of this fucking plane, try and grab around his ankle and go around him in circles and tie his legs up and make him fall over.
Okay, you're definitely going to need multiple checks for that, and that is... Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we're going to say that is... That's going to be a DC 40. Nearly impossible.
Well, that's 100% impossible for me. 'Cause I'm assuming I'm rolling fighting for it, right?
It'd be... Yeah.
Yeah, the absolute highest I can roll is a 38.
People could use aid other actions.
Let me just double check something. What is fight based on?
I can only picture Tom Holland giving the explanation to the team while taking down Ant-Man. Or there's another resource you have that could help you as well.
I know, I could use a hero point.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm trying to think though, what is fighting? What is the fighting is just strength based, right?
Yes.
Fighting is one of your core attributes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is a separate attribute.
Okay. Oh, well, in that case, hold on, because I can, when I use my powers, I can actually move attributes around
Yeah, you know,
up to 12 points worth. 12, 24.
run like hell an option? It's always an option.
I have a 50-50 shot on every roll to actually hit a DC 40.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's not how statistics work.
I need to roll a 10 or higher on a D20, Dave, to hit the DC. That's 50-50.
Okay, so are you still driving while this happens, or are you actually not?
I was still driving because I only have to use one hand to do it.
Okay, no, I'm just clarifying. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so visually in my head, so I can see this. One hand on the wheel, one hand out the plane.
Yes.
I can just see Johnny just scream, "Why am I the only one fucking doing anything?"
Robert's afraid to shoot. I'm flying and grabbing these motherfuckers.
Dave's just arguing
I'm
with
not ready to
everybody.
shoot. I'm pointing out logic here.
Hot damn! Nice. Okay, that's one. You need two more, man.
Oh fuck. Okay.
It's a complex
It's
action.
just gonna be
Huh.
one roll.
Huh. You were able to keep the plane steady while dodging this bullshit and grapple his leg. That is step one.
All right. Hold on a second here.
Yeah, that is loaded dice. Never give 50-50. True.
All right. For these guys, because of my improved trip ability, and I am tripping them. What is higher, their acrobatics or their athletics? Because whatever one is lower is the one they're going to have to be defending against me with, and it will lower my DC for the roll.
Okay.
By how much, I don't fucking know, but...
Well, they don't have either one of them as a skill.
Which means they are
Uh,
agility and strength, whichever one's lower of the two.
It's going to be their agility. Their strength, there's no
Okay.
way you're going to fucking beat them with their strength.
All right, so my next two rolls then, because I've already succeeded in grabbing, are going to be based off of their agility for the DC of the roll.
Their agility is 0.
All right.
You successfully do the loop.
And I already got 2. I'm going to blow my hero point to make that last one a success. Fuck it.
Okay. So it is very much like, so the panels are so think of a cityscape that's in half dilapidated ruins, these two big sentinel looking creatures, but every shot, every scene is just the Hoth scene taking out an AT-AT, but just in this cityscape.
Yes, it is Hoth dragging and dropping an AT-AT, but it's no snow, just a bunch of shitty buildings.
Yes, and you're armed for the line.
Yeah.
So you look at so I will say this, you because that you are like exerting yourself, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So he's fucking like sweating, like his shape, like his face is like bubbling here and there. Kind of like when you take, like a balloon and just like hold it in your hand and try to blow it up, and it like peeks through your fingers. Like that's how his face looked, because he's like so much just being strenuous. And the one Vindicator falls into the other. There is small explosions, but you do see them almost instantly starting to repair themselves. But they are currently preoccupied.
That is fine. They're down. We have more time. Get the fuck away. Fly away.
Where are you driving to? Or flying to?
Somebody make the call. I'm just getting away from the things that are currently here.
Gold Road.
All right.
Yellow Brick Road, whatever.
Going right into the heart of darkness, where where Nanite and Dr. Techno are,
That's the plan, right?
and more robots. Okay.
All right.
Unle-
Well, if we're gonna do that, we got to make a distraction.
Right,
And we talked about the power outage,
right.
which tells me I need to go somewhere else.
Yeah, it tells me don't do it in the V-swoop.
So
Pick a spot.
I wonder if they noticed they were driving the wrong way on a one-way road.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Okay, calm down, Doc Brown.
We're in the skies.
I mean, okay, this is definitely interesting.
All I'm saying is I did my goddamn part, alright? I took out 2 of them sons of bitches and I'm flying.
Okay,
Let's
so
see John Jack do that.
All right.
so where are you guys going? Where are you
The
heading?
yellow brick road.
Well, Robert wants to go somewhere else to cause the distraction first. Robert, where do you
Yeah.
want to go to cause the distraction first?
Well,
We
all
need
right.
a
Whereabouts are we? Because I need. Well, no, you can drop me. We want to go as far away as possible.
Well, hold on here. Here's the map.
On the map, on the map, on the map.
Look at all that green.
Map on the map.
Oh,
Don't
those
worry about it, bitch.
are those are places where they tried opening up portals here. That didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you were asleep around my waist.
No, I was testing you to make sure you remembered.
Yeah, what he said.
I think where the Aegis Dome is on this map. I think
Yes.
that's a good distance away. I don't know how much time it'll buy you.
How are you going to get over to us?
I'm not. I'm taking the lifeboat and I'm going. You guys go through. I'm going to use the lifeboat.
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
Thanks.
thanks.
Yeah, on
Well,
that.
I should know how my own power works.
Thank you for the resub.
I'll roll technology.
Well, here's the question: is if Robert's just taking
23
the
months. God damn.
lifeboat and leaving, why are we going to do anything else?
That's what I was wondering right from the get-go, because I thought the lifeboat could only, like, take us. We were trying to be nice and help these people. But if the lifeboat can be open for 3 minutes and let everyone through...
We still need the distraction, and we still need to take care of Lightning Viper. So, even if we open the portal right here where we are, they're
Yellow
still
brick
gonna
road,
track
yo!
us.
Don't go on that neighborhood. Some bitch dropped a house of my sister and stole her shoes. That's fair.
That bitch.
Also, this roll is to see if, with the lifeboat on my body, if I use my EMP, if it will still be functional.
Okay. Or the one that you just rolled?
Yeah, the one I just rolled.
No. If you use the MP, it's going to be dead.
Cool. All right. Well, that's a problem.
Right.
Choices.
Is the
Choices.
Right. Choices.
And here's the thing: is you don't have everybody that's supposed to be going. There's still 3 people that are supposed to be coming with you guys.
Who are we missing?
The 3 scientists.
Who are currently in? If I'm going to wager a guess, they're still in. It was called Deep Six, right? Will?
Correct.
Yeah, they're still there. I'm guessing.
Yes.
So, do we want to go to Yellow Brick Road, or do we want to go somewhere else?
Huh. Well, as this
Go
is happening,
Deep Six.
because you guys are discussing, you see, just kind of, you see the boots first, and the slow descent of 2 figures. One of them looks very familiar because it's spitting image of Nanite, and the other one is Dr. Techno. His color scheme's a little bit darker than you've seen from file footage. But they're just staring, like they're right in front of the viewport of the V-swoop.
Amazing maneuvers!
And Techno just has his arms crossed and a disappointed look on his... well, you can't tell if it's disappointed or not. It's, because he's in a suit. Linda.
EMP now! Take him out!
It is a choice.
I don't think it's a good choice. We're gonna drop like a fucking stone out of the air.
Linda, what are you doing?
Okay.
And you have foreigners with you?
Okay. All right. Well, that's racist.
I mean, to be fair, they knew we were here.
You'll leave me no choice. You know we're going to have to detain you. And Linda just goes from the inside, like she doesn't care if he can hear or not. Yeah, by detaining means murder.
Ah, yes, the ultimate detainment.
What? I'm thinking to myself, why is he saying detain then? Like, who's he, is he playing for the cameras? Like, it's not like the press is here and he's trying to pretend. I will murder you.
Do you know that for a fact?
I don't know.
It could be the Running Man, Dave.
Running Man and Escape from New York? Now you're mixing too many movies, Will.
No, you show me the light bright on a fat guy, and I'll believe it's Running Man.
I mean, isn't that Thunder Fist? He's just a buff guy instead of a fat guy?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
All right, well, I've made my choice, Will.
Okay.
We ball. Here we go. I'm gonna blow my hero point.
Okay.
Are you making us drop out of the sky, Bobbert?
I'm gonna make us drop out of the sky. I'm gonna make that just a success.
Okay, auto success. Okay. So it's an auto success. He gets no action. Nanite does, though. That didn't work how I wanted it to. There we go.
Oh, that.
So the doctor falls out of the sky along with you guys plummeting. Nanite kind of goes limp and just kind of slowly starts falling. And
I was
then
about to say, my poor body. All right, hold on.
and you guys, like as you guys are falling, you notice that the city skyline keeps on going rapidly. Red, green, 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 red, green.
But... Here we go.
Turning yourself into a parachute?
Yes, that is a roll to extend my arms out the windows and turn them into a big parachute.
You epically
Slow
do
our
it.
descent.
So you're slowing. You see Techno plummeting to the ground with a big fume of smoke behind him, and he hits. And then Nanite, like slow falling, starts rapidly falling. Then right before he hits the ground, it looks like his system comes back on, and he lands. Reconstitutes in a very in the one knee superhero landing.
Can I land our stone of a ship on top of him?
High or low?
We'll go with high. I can't see, so...
Absolutely. He said that he's just like, oh, like getting ready to stand up, and then looks up. Thought bubble. Ah, fuck.
Crunch.
Yep, and then he turns into just like a sea of nanites. Now here's the problem. Those nanites are now tearing apart the ship piece by piece.
That's fine. The ship has been fried. We need to get out of it and keep moving.
And the skyline is still going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I don't think that was my fault. I'm assuming that's Jawjack.
As you guys are moving, though, everybody notices that their powers are going kind of wonky. Like Stretch, you're so they're coming out of the parachute mode, but you're like half of you shrinks, the other half is just like flopping there and will not shrink back down. And then like when you concentrate a little bit, it shrinks down for a minute, and then the other side pops back to the flap. Dave, your regeneration is going all over the place. Stuff that normally like you heal from the bumps and bruises of landing, even though it was a softer landing, it's still landing. Like you have cuts and abrasions just popping into existence.
Paper cuts are just appearing. Your mustache is twice as thick as it used to be.
That one time I cut myself shaving when I tried that.
Floppiness happens to the best of us. It does.
I've got whiskey Stretch.
Robert, your powers are firing off on all cylinders.
Uh-oh.
What the hell's going on?
Like Robert's sparking like fucking like somebody just shoved a fork in an electric socket. Then,
people. Theories.
and then as you guys are like moving away as quickly as you can, it starts slowing down. Anybody can roll a perception check if they want.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of you are trying to, yeah, you all do really good. So Wildcat, you're the first one to notice. You actually smell before then, uh, uh, Doctor Techno. So you look behind you, and as you turn your head, everybody else turns their head, and you see Techno getting up from the rubble. As he's getting to his feet, is how you notice that the pulsating slows down until it stops when he's finally fully back on his feet. You can see like through his suit, like part of his face is exposed because his suit is damaged. Part of the helmet is broken. Part of his arm is broken. But then you see he just kind of stretch out his arm. You hear the snap even at distances of bone, and then you see his armor start healing itself using debris around him.
You said the flickering stopped once he started getting himself back together?
Correct.
Somehow he's maintaining the force field. He's the key to it.
Dun dun dun! And then it moves over to a panel of the sky. It is solid and everything looks serene until it kind of pans down and you see people like freaking out, running in terror. You see everybody in the city that has powers are going through the same thing where their powers are like randomly firing off like they're not supposed to.
Dumbass! You dumbass! You're a dumbass! Such a dumbass! You're an ass!
Well, I thank you for that, Asthmatic. I'm glad that you're a dumbass. I'm glad you finally admit that. Okay, we're going to take a quick break so I can get a drink. You guys can discuss what your next plan of action is, and I'll be right back.
Woo!
I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think Pookie admitted he's a dumbass. I don't think he can spell dumbass.
It's pronounced Dumas.
Yeah, it's the Dumas.
So, okay, guys, I just realized when I did that, I might have fried our lifeboat.
Yeah. That's okay.
Well, you were already told that was gonna happen, and
Yep.
yep.
Well, I mean, we have another course of action here. We could try to kick his ass.
Well, Robert, how often can you EMP like that?
He's got at least a 20-minute refractory period. I mean, unless he's got some
It probably
Viagra.
would have. I would have to like recover.
Because we could just literally EMP blast him again and then try beating the absolute dick out of him.
I mean, the EMP I don't feel is really necessary though, because I mean he just EMP'd. He would have been caught in the EMP, and that didn't really do a whole lot to him. So
Got him down to where he dropped on the ground, and now he's got to reconstitute his armor. You keep him on the defense, it prevents him from being offensive.
I mean, there's nothing saying his regular electric blast wouldn't do it anyway. But either way, we're gonna have to fight him here. We're not gonna be able to just run away.
Yeah.
I say we pummel him down, and then if it turns out it's the fight's not going in our way, then we can. Robert can do another EMP blast if we need to, because that might have weakened him. But I say save that as an ace in the hole, not not an opening move.
We could be lucky. It could also take out Nanite.
He was
All I
still
know is I've already
in
used
here,
up
wasn't
all
he?
of my good bits for the game. I don't think we're gonna get away with anything else cool this game. I can tell you Will farted.
He did. Nasty.
Well, he didn't mute his mic, and I just heard him yell, "Excuse me," from like out in his hallway or something. So I'm pretty sure he farted.
Gross.
I absolutely farted. I'll own up to
Gross.
it.
Dirty straight people.
Don't be jealous because my farts make noise.
What? Excuse me, my farts are clean. They smell like detergent. Alright, so apparently we have to get to Deep 6 or whatever anyway, so we can get those scientist people out anyway. And then we gotta go to Yellow Brick Road. And our transport is down. Bunch of bullshit.
Man, if only we didn't let the one dude who short circuits stuff hold on to the priceless electronics.
What?
What?
What's Pookie saying? Wait for what? Okay, so what's going on? Don't worry, I came back.
I mean, we're gonna have to beat Techno's ass anyway. He's right in our grill. Right?
Probably.
Well, he's behind you. He's still getting up.
I know, but it's not like we're gonna just hoof it and get away from him.
Gonna hoof him in the front butt.
It depends on how damaged his systems are and how long it takes him to reconstitute them.
Beat his ass now before he does. What do you say?
That's fine, but we should probably have the others keep going.
Huh. Linda's like, you're fucking crazy. He's gonna kill you. Have a nice life. And they keep on running.
Alright. Nanosecond decision then, guys. Do we fight or do we run? Stretch. Fight or run?
Stretch is going to be par at best for both scenarios.
Robert. Fight or run, Robert?
I mean, we could take the opportunity, maybe take him out of the equation, but also, yeah, he could probably kill us, and then that wouldn't benefit anybody.
True.
Uh,
You can phone a friend.
We can phone a friend.
yes, we have Aton on the other line.
Can we? Are our phones temporarily down because
no.
of...
My earpiece will be fine, because I know, because my phone's on my body, my earpiece should be fine.
Bone a friend? Yes.
Right? That's how that works, Will?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys can't contact Aton. I can. So I'm gonna ask him what we should do.
Huh? Who's this?
Facing down It's Thunderfist.
What's up?
We're facing down a very pissed off Dr. Techno.
Oh.
We're trying to figure out if we fight him or kill him, or run.
I wouldn't suggest fighting him. No, not a good idea.
Cool.
Especially with his suit, and if he's anything like my Techno, but more so an angry, yeah, that thing's gonna wreck you. You have to worry about getting nanites on you, because even if one can replicate itself, and then eventually it can take control of you, and you won't even realize it.
Cool. Time to go. And I take off.
I would run. I can do a distraction if you need it.
The dimensional barrier?
Go ahead. I don't care what you do. Just do it.
You see a portal open up, probably about 5 feet in front of Techno, and then you just see basketballs come flying through and hitting him in the face. And
I'm not even gonna wait for them to move. I'm gonna grab Wildcat and Stretch by the back of their necks, pick them up, and go.
I mean, I was gonna run anyway, but okay. You've got to pick me up on my scruff. I'm not no kitten.
I love cheese.
Okay. I'm happy for you.
I'm eating cheese.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your cheese.
Okay, so you guys are running.
Yes, we are.
You guys are actually running towards Yellow Brick Road now. Since you guys created your own distraction.
Wait,
Good
we were
job,
going to the place with the scientist first before Yellow Brick Road, weren't we?
I don't think we have time.
Oh,
We're
we had
on
to
foot now.
Yeah,
that's on Linda and Miss Lockhart there, because if they've decided fuck it, then fuck it. Because
as you guys are, running, all of a sudden everything flashes like at Mach 10, and you are standing at Yellow Brick Road, and there's a group of people there that you don't know, and some people you do know. But you all feel kind of nauseous. And you see Jawjack goes, "Sorry, didn't have time to warn you."
I'm going to purposely fail my whatever roll I would need, and I'm just going to throw up.
Okay.
Because it's funny.
You see Lockhart already has the device set up. She just needs Thunderfist to power it for her.
Cool. I'm gonna take a look at the device and see how she's got it set up. That way I don't
Okay, it's pretty straight.
accidentally damage.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Because in the few days leading up to it, she like you showed her how your powers work and stuff like that. So she actually has basically like a sleeve that your arm can fit into, so you can just fire right into it.
Cool.
Hairball from traveling at super speed.
Like I said, it's funny.
All right, I'm gonna stick my arm in the sleeve, and I'm just gonna discharge electricity down it.
Okay.
Start powering it. I don't know what roll I would need for that, or...
It's just using your power, whatever your power is. So it'd be that plus 10.
Okay. Like, would it be the electrical blast?
Yes.
I guess?
Yes. It'd be the electrical blast, whatever your rank is, and that plus 10.
Mm-hmm. Plus 10, so... And then D20, right?
Yes. You're getting the plus 10 because this sleeve is is designed to amplify it, so you're getting a bonus from it.
Cool.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be weird if, like, we're going through all this and we pull it off and we escape back to our reality, we bring all these guys with us, and it turns out we were wrong the whole fucking time, and these actually are the bad guys and we come to escape this universe?
Tell Allison to shut up. I don't want to hear her voice. I heard it enough today.
Wow. So mean.
I know she is. You hear her yelling at me? I did nothing.
I do nothing or nothing.
I'm just trying to run a game, and I have a random Italian chick yelling at me. It makes me feel like I'm at home.
While I'm doing this, I'm going to look at Jawjack and say, can you take care of Lightning Viper?
Already taken care of.
Cool.
As you see him, like, cleaning blood off his hands.
I don't want to know.
Okay, so a portal appears. Slow at first, about the size of a penny, and then it exponentially starts growing. And then you see it stabilize and looks very familiar to the one in yours, and has that that slight shimmer so you can just see the other side of it. And you see Nanite and Aton on the other side.
All right, everybody through one at a time. Don't rush.
No, rush, go.
As you guys are going through, and Lockhart is bringing the generator with her, because the portal will stay open. But she needs to bring the generator with her. So she's doing that. As the last of you go through, you see coming like a bat out of hell is Dr. Techno and Nanite coming through.
Yep. Have we tried to do at least like a thorough check to make sure none of nanites are coming with us to the other side?
Nope, have not had a chance to.
Yeah.
The portal closes right before they reach it on the other end, and you guys all tumble out. So it is the three of you. So there's the three of you. There is Linda. There is Lockhart, the three scientists, and then a puppy.
Puppy? What?
Yeah. There's a
Jaw
random
Jack
puppy.
not coming with us?
No, he said he wasn't coming.
Oh, that's right. He's staying behind with his dead dad. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna save his city.
Was that Coyote?
And you see his tail starts wagging.
What the hell?
You... Investigation check. What the hell
Nothing.
dog is this?
I'm gonna give him a sniff. No, I'm not sniffing his butt.
So the dog is two things. It is Coyote. It is Geist.
So your alternate reality dog form is just a dog in this reality, and my alternate reality incorporeal one body jacked him?
Not quite. You're guessing because you're guessing what happened because you didn't see Geist. Because last time you knew he was in a gorilla body, right? So you're guessing what happened is he jumped into the portal at the last possible second with no body, and the closest one that he could ride through was the dog. At some point, because of that interaction, something got fucked up in the portal, and this is the result of it.
Yeah, because otherwise, when I crossed the dimensional barrier, I would have turned into a cat. If it was just the fact of like him being part alien.
That, or what if in the other dimension the only reason it was a dog man instead of a dog was because of the bubble it was under?
No. It would have been the same, like... Well, I'm assuming... Because he looked like a Dogonian. He didn't...
Yeah, well, then you guys actually had that discussion, because you remember you guys talked about your mother and stuff like that, so you guys actually had the discussion.
Yeah.
It's a very similar backstory. No, but Aton just looks at it and goes, "That ain't right." And then I'd start scanning it. It seems their essences have merged. It'll take some time, but I believe we can fix this. And he looks at Aton. "We might have to dig out Genesis to correct this." He's like,
That's cool. Stretches goes to blurt out real loud. "Hey, Nanite, check for nanites that don't belong to you. Nanite, check them. Nanite.
And then Aton looks over. "Linda?" And she goes, "You're not my Aton. Have a nice life." Where do I file my paperwork?
Real cool. Check for nanites, please. Nanite.
You see immediately, though, Lockhart, though, is like looking around, and she's just like, "Can I borrow your phone?" And she's looking up herself, and then as she's looking up herself, is like altering her appearance, like cutting her hair extremely short, like just changing her style, making it, try to look as far away from this version of Lockhart as she can. "Changing my name. I'm gonna live a new life. I do believe you guys said there's paperwork we have to file with your organization for refugee status. I would like to get that solidified as soon as possible.
Yes. Extra dimensional refugee.
And Aton's
I'm
like,
going to.
Aton's like,
Interdimensional taco truck.
yeah, we could do that. But first, and he goes over and just snaps his finger, and the portal closes. Nice. Hmm. Huh, Nanite's like, you see, Nanite has like 3 little jars. Interesting. And he keeps on like swapping them between his fingers. Huh. These are very similar to my nanites, but they are not mine. But they are similar.
Get rid of them.
No, they need to be studied.
Oh man, this is gonna be bad. Shit like this always turns out bad.
6 episodes later, it's nanite versus nanite versus nanite versus nanite.
No, 6 episodes later, our nanite's really helpful, and he's like making us do a bunch of these cool things, and he's being awesome with us. And it's just the other nanite has taken this nanite over, and he's like blending in and getting us in a false sense of security. Our nanite's locked behind a firewall somewhere in a fucking Mac all-in-one from 1998.
Yeah. But Nanite actually takes Linda and the other refugees and actually leaves, like tells Aton that in light of recent events, they are postponing his having to put the bracelet back on, and his house arrest is temporarily suspended, but he has to stay inside of city limits.
Hasn't he already just been doing what he kind of wanted anyways?
Yeah.
I think this is just them officially acknowledging, we can't really make him do fucking anything.
No, the last time he did it of his own volition, he's the one that came up with the idea, I'm going to do this. Because it was either that or they were sending him to super prison. He's like, there's not a prison built that I can't get out of. Fucking MacGyver's got nothing on me.
Yep. Oh, yeah? We're going to commission you to build a prison that you can't get out of.
Fuck! But now you know secrets that they don't know you know.
I does. They got a baby boy.
Well, the other universe, they have a baby boy. Do we know? Did that Jaw Jack look identical to our Jaw Jack?
Yes.
100%.
Okay.
Same name, even.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It's just that in this reality, he's one of those super-powered gladiators on the super-powered gladiator channel.
In this world, he's a Nepo baby.
Guys, roll high or low.
Wait, we roll high or low?
Oh, I'm rolling high or low.
All right.
Low.
Okay, that's a
Oh.
62. So as you guys are you guys are heading back to the house and stuff, the portal's gone. You're talking. The refugee stat's kind of good. You guys notice an ice cream truck go by, and has lights on the top. It's like one of the fireman style ones, but it's red and green lights. And then as they flicker, you look up at the sky and you see the red dome. And then it goes back to normal.
What?
What?
Did you see that?
Huh?
You guys get back to the house. Aton thanks you, thanks you so much. So anybody at this point, you can roll either, let's see, definitely an investigation, or you can roll an insight.
Yeah, investigate.
Damn it.
Okay, so Wildcat, you have pieced something together.
Okay.
Okay, you are not home. you are not home. You are in, essentially, you're not sure if it's a danger room or a mindscape. You're going to lean more towards, it could be either, or if it's a mindscape, it's technology driven. But there are certain things that don't add up. The fact that before you came, so clue, your first clue, was when everything shifted for a second. You saw right over that. Okay, I'm tired. That was your first indication. Looking back on things, when you guys came through and the portal closed, the portal was being held open from the other end, not from this end. It was stable on this end, but it was originally open there. The only person who could close it should have been Lockhart.
Hey, John.
No, Lockhart. Lockhart's device is what was powering it. It wasn't Aton, it was Lockhart's device which was powering it. Having a living Aton on your side is what kept your side stable. Aton, though, snapped his fingers and the portal closed without any effort, where he had spent the weeks prior trying to figure out how to fucking close this thing with no avail.
Oh shit, that's right.
The fact that Nanite just instantly, okay, see you guys later, okay, this, and this, and then left that. No, Nanite would have, by protocol, brought them back to the estate because that's a safe house, and then called all their members of the council to secure proper transportation. He wouldn't have just taken them himself. He would want to debrief them himself first while other members of the council. There's so many things that's all subtle things, but it's years of you working for Vanguard. This does not add up. But the others don't seem to really notice it. Even Aton's reaction to Linda, is just huh? Linda? That's okay, that's normal. Her reaction from, the time that you had spent with that Linda and stuff, she loved her husband, even though she knows this is not her Aton, not her husband. He's the spit image. You don't think as a person she would have been fuck you, I know you're not my husband. It would have been that momentarily, where she would slip back to remember when he was alive and you haven't you've aged well, and then realize but you're not him. It would have been more soft spoken and not so much of fuck off, from what everything that she's been through and stuff like that.
What does it smell like?
It smells hospital sterile, and you smell iodine, and you smell your own blood.
Well, obviously we're not in a hospital right now. Where are we at the moment?
Right now you're at the estate. You're in the one of the main eating halls, the dining room.
I think we're in a simulator.
Are you saying that out loud?
No, I'm thinking it. Because if it was a mindscape, someone with telepathy or whatever, typically it'll just alter all of my perceptions.
Yes.
Or it would alter all of my perceptions, where I would think it was 100% real. If it's a simulator, most simulators are tuned to normal human perception, and my sense of smell is beyond normal human perception, so I'll notice smells that someone who doesn't have that ability to perceive that wouldn't think of altering. Oh, bother.
Okay, Dave, your cell phone goes off.
I answer it. I hold it up to my ear. Hello?
Just play along. They don't know that I hacked the system.
Mr.
Whose
Anderson.
voice is it?
It is Lockhart's. You should have ran. We told you to run, but you guys didn't, so you got captured. You're at his facility right now. So I don't know if... I don't know if they have a movie called The Matrix in your universe, but you have a very large probe shoved through the base of your spine into your brain right now.
No, I didn't order a pizza.
Good, good. Okay, so I can give you some windows. I need to track exactly what floor you're on. So I will send you text messages instead of calling. But I'll leave hints and clues where I can. So if you see anything that's outside of normal, that's probably me trying to give you a hint. Okay?
Yeah, no, that's no problem.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
All right, have a nice day. Hope you get your pizza delivered.
So you guys hear his side of the conversation.
Ends it like a fucking weirdo. Yeah, I'll order a pizza. Yeah, okay, love you, bye.
That's not what I said.
What was that about?
Nothing to worry about right yet.
And you look back over at the table that when you noticed it like a minute ago, Dave, there was nothing on. Now it's covered in bagels and cream cheese.
Bagels with the cream of cheese. Cheesy cream.
Yes.
Y'all motherfuckers better have my schmear.
Schmear.
Eitan comes in. He grabs himself a bagel and just starts eating it plain, not toasted, just eating it.
This man's a freak.
Wow, that's fucking rude. That's how I eat bagels. Fuck off.
This DM's a freak.
True. I do toast them sometimes if I have cream cheese, but a lot of times like I'll just grab a bagel and eat it. That comes from like growing up and like having to get my brothers ready for school and stuff, and I didn't have time to make breakfast for myself, so I'd make them breakfast and just fucking eat a bagel. But anyway, but Eitan's just talking to you and he's saying, "Hey, you guys did a great job out there. I know you probably didn't get everything done that you wanted to, and we probably wanted to get more refugees, but don't worry, Vanguard will get them straight away and squared away and stuff. And on a good note, I'm no longer under house arrest, just city arrest, so I can't leave the city, so I can actually go visit stuff. That's kind of neat." And then he looks at you. That's kind of neat. 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 I'll see you guys later. And then he walks out.
All right, guys, listen. I know he's a bit of a whack job, but that was a little out of the ordinary for him.
Nope. Completely normal. I'm gonna take a sip of water.
Hey, your text alert goes off.
Check my text.
You look at it. It tells you that they're not paying attention so much to your vocals anymore. Right now, they're checking your biorhythms because she made your biorhythms spike, so they're not listening to the audio portion of what you guys are doing. So you're safe to talk for probably the next 10 minutes before they go back to it. And she is getting closer to finding your location.
All right, we only got a few moments, guys. Nanai actually captured us. We didn't get to run away. We're in a simulation right now.
God damn it. I'm gonna look at Stretch and say, this is your fault.
Don't draw attention. We just have safety from audio right now. For a couple of minutes.
So, what do we do?
So Linda walks in the middle of your guys' conversation, and you see her mouth moving, but there is no sound coming out whatsoever. And then she just turns and walks away.
Yeah, the others are working to try to get us out of the simulation right now, but just play it cool for the moment. So they don't know anything's up. said they're monitoring our biorhythms at the moment, which is why we're safe from for the audio. But just be cool.
Just be cool, man. Don't freak out like everybody thinks you're gonna fucking freak out.
All I'm thinking of is like in every like TV show, act normal, okay, and they do the most not normal shit.
I don't know. Fly casual.
Act normal. Start whistling. Do you normally whistle? No. Then why? Whistling.
You coming with me, Jan? Jan, you coming with me? Hey, you want to be my girlfriend? No, I'm a lesbian. Cool. Anyway, so some time goes by, and then you see a man walk in. He looks familiar, but you can't place him. Like he looks very familiar, but you can't really place him. You
Can I
can
roll an insight?
yes.
Nope.
No. Anybody else can roll an
Anyone
insight.
else
This
can roll an insight too.
Okay. Stretch. Huh.
Of all people, Stretch knows.
You know who this guy is. This is
Of course I do.
This is
That's my dad.
Huh. No, it's Steve.
Oh, okay. I thought you were introducing Agent Dad from this universe now.
No, it's,
That's my dad.
no.
They're trying to simulate our universe, remember?
Yes.
Oh, I know.
So it's Steve. You see his dog with him, but his dog's the size of a chihuahua.
Here's the well, if they're simulating it, I don't want to do this. If they're simulating it, I'm going to try and force Steve's powers to do something that they can't actually do because they can't simulate our Steve's powers.
Because they don't know, all they are going off is your memories.
Yes. And even then, we don't have the ability to predict what Steve's powers would do because of how fucking Steve's powers work.
Correct.
But do I want to do that when we're not supposed to be drawing attention to ourselves?
Well, yeah, like I said, play it cool.
Oh, what are you doing here, Steve?
Oh, just came to visit. The others came too. They said we're taking a day trip here. This is a nice house.
I was about to say, how the fuck did this man walk in without his entourage of heroes that have to keep 24-hour watch on him?
Oh, you actually look out in the hall and you see them out in the hall just talking. Like you can't make out anything that sounds like if you actually like strain to listen, it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. And he just starts going and droning off, and just like eventually his voice trails off, even though he's staring at you. It's just like there's nothingness, just like numbness in the voice, like you're just bored.
I'm just gonna smile and nod.
You do notice outside of the window, there is a flicker of green and red.
Is that them trying to break through?
And you see a
I'm
turnip.
thinking that.
You
I'm
see
not saying it out
you
loud.
see a turnip on the windowsill.
Turnip, you say?
Yes, a turnip.
Okay.
Remember what you were told, Dave. If you see something strange, it's them trying to give you a clue and point you in the right direction.
Should I just grab the turnip?
The turnip's a clue. We need to go to Russia.
Like, I guess I'll walk over and pick up the turnip.
You two see Dave walk over towards the window and then just disappear.
What the fuck?
Following suit.
You know what? Same.
We'll be back in just a moment, though. I got to dip for a second. I'll be right back.
Yep. You guys are at the museum.
Kind of hoping that was a doorway out.
And you do see Agent Dad.
Just as Juddy's dipping out. See how it is?
And he's just sitting there like he's completely still. Like this man is not breathing anything. Just look, he looks like a wax statue almost.
Dex.
And then he blinks. Greetings and good tidings. I am Agent Dex Logan. I am here to assist you in all of your needs.
That's good.
You are in a safe zone. Brought to you by Lockhart Industries. This is this is an area in between areas. It might look familiar to you. It's because it drew things from one of your first experiences in the city. Not this city, your city.
I am going to roll an insight check.
Okay.
Just because I want to make sure, because if they're starting to, like, suspect in any way, this might be the type of thing they do to...
Suss you out.
Yeah, yeah.
No, so this actually legitimately, when you're looking around at stuff, like this, where everything else was, like, near perfection. Like it was the subtle little things, and it was more of how people acted, not necessarily the scenery. The scenery was spot on. This, things are just, like, when you look at it, you can tell it's fake. Like, everything, like, immediately in front of you is, like, perfectly accurate, but then as it gets further and further away, it looks like a painting, like a bad painting.
So, like, the render distance is bad.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
I was designed based on someone you feel comfortable talking to and you consider an ally. She is 95% of the way to tracing what floor you are on. The problem that we have right now is they are probing your mind.
I don't like that. Anything we can do?
Yes, the problem that they are having with you and why you are the first one to realize you are in a simulation is because of your regeneration capabilities. As they're probing, you're regenerating at a rate comparable to what they're doing for damage, so it's causing issues and feedback loops they did not anticipate.
Yeah, it tends to happen with regeneration.
As for you, Thunderfist, you are pinnacle if you want to get out. You can overload the system since you are all in the same bays. Well, bays next to each other. If you're able to concentrate hard enough and put an electric discharge, you could fry the circuits and release you from this slumber. Granted, you would be a little groggy, considering you are filled with many, many drugs.
All the drugs. All of them.
A cocktail, so to speak, of drugs. A drug cocktail, if you would.
Alright. You heard him. Think real hard, I guess.
So this will be this will be a 3-check challenge with progressively harder DC. So it starts at a 20 and then goes to 25 and then it goes to a 30.
Okay. I'm using is it the nullify?
So you can use either nullify, you can use your electrical burst power, or any mix in between.
Okay. So when you say electrical burst, that's like the control?
Yep.
I just want to make sure. Okay. There is no way I can pass that last check.
Can I use... hold on. I was trying to look up the rules here for it. But can I use my teamwork feat? It says for the feat itself, you're effective at helping out your friends when you support a team check. And then it says see team checks in the basics chapter.
Yes.
You have a +5 circumstance bonus to your check. This bonus also applies to the aid action and team attacks.
Yes, you could use that.
Okay, so Team checks in the basics chapter. I was trying to pull that up.
Yes, and also since you are trying to interact, so since it is a challenge, you can use skills as well. Like you'll have to use a power for one of the checks definitely, but you can use a mix of powers and skills in the check.
Okay. I guess the best one for this would be technology. Because this is... It's a probe, I'm guessing.
Yes,
so...
you literally have a steel rod that's probably about 6 inches sticking from the base of your neck, where it connects to your skull, into your brain. And Dave can aid you with this. So,
What do I roll?
okay, so for that, since you are there, fundamentally yours are. Let's see.
And it says I get a +5 circumstance bonus to the check. So
Yes.
I don't know. We haven't really used an aid action. Or
So
whatever
the way the aid
on
actions,
mechanics stuff.
yeah. So the way the aid action works is it starts with a base DC of 15, and then every 5 increments is a degree of success that equals 1 extra point that Robert will get.
Okay.
So for this, since you are trying to help, so for your stats, you can use your technically your intellect, your awareness, or your presence to help him navigate that part of his mind. So you can use those, and then you can use your skills as well. So since you're trying to help him do it, you can use technology if you want to, but you would also be able to use for yours, you'd be able to use insight or investigation because you're trying to help him find the right part of his mind to kind of do this effect.
All right. Well, I'll do that, and I'll use investigation, I guess, because that's going to be my best check.
Okay.
And I get the +5 from my teamwork, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh God.
31 to help.
That is very nice. So with that, so that's +3 to Robert's rolls. To Robert's first roll.
So, yeah, I'll just put that in now, so it would be that.
Yep.
Alright, this is going to be the electrical energy control.
Okay.
Damn.
Nice, flawless. So since you did get over the DC by 5, that's a degree of success. So that means it actually lowers your next DC. So instead of being 25, instead now it's a 23 for the second one.
Cool. And do I have to teamwork each time?
Yes, because it's ongoing. Because this is something that is taking, like, you guys are concentrating on on it and helping them. Think of it like, from your guys' perspective, it's like either a puzzle or like a deep meditation.
Yeah, I'm helping. What am I doing?
You're watching us be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are in a makeshift version of the museum that's actually a safe space that has a program named Agent Dad that looks like your dad.
Oh, no.
Well, that's just my helping check.
Yeah.
So
That
Yeah.
is at the DC, so that doesn't...
What are we rolling to help?
I'm rolling to help because I have the teamwork feat.
Yes.
You have the teamwork feat?
Yeah.
No.
So for that, you don't get any bonus from Dave for that roll.
Yeah. So I'm going to use technology instead.
Okay.
'Cause that's a higher bonus.
Yep. Because now you're so you use the electrical blast. God damn! So you use your electrical blast to kind of get into the probe. Now you're into the probe, so now you're into the computer system that the probe is hooked to. So that is 3 degrees to success. So that means your last check actually goes down to a 25. So it's only 2 points higher than it would have been. Than this last one, because it was 20, 25, 30. So we went 20, 23, 25 because of how many degrees of success you guys are doing.
All right. Come on. You can do it. Push through.
Feel the burn.
Well,
All I can
well,
think
you
of,
do your teamwork.
yeah,
first,
all I can think of is right now is either you guys uh, like just have handheld consoles like connected to each other like old school Game Boys.
So that's 1 degree of success, so that's a +1. I'm gonna
Yes.
use technology again.
Okay.
I'll take it.
God damn. All three of you wake up at the same time as you feel groggy. But you open your eyes. You are in a laboratory. There are lights above you that are blinking red and green, and they slowly fade. There are monitors off to the side. You see a glass window where people looking, and they're getting like they're all looking confused for a second, like at the monitors. You guys are strapped down, but the straps seem to loosen, and you feel a burst of air coming from the back of your neck, and then the most uncomfortable feeling as something is removed from your skull. And you feel like something dripping down your back.
Well, I'm going to get mad right away. I'm going to sit up, growl, and I'm going to pounce through that window at these people.
Okay. For that, go ahead and roll, Dave.
That'd be a fighting?
Yep, roll a fighting. And I'll say you get a +5 with how much fucking adrenaline's pumping through your system right now. So
God damn.
+5 to that.
fucking A. So, so you know, on the chart of difficulties, this is a super heroic pounce, Dave. So this is definitely a mean feat. So describe exactly what's happening, because you have free reign, because you're taking these people out. These are scientists. These are not fighters.
All right. Well, I sit up. I crouch on the gurney or whatever it is I'm laying down on.
Yep.
Let out a terrifying yowl roar that a human voice can't do, so I'm not going to really try.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leap through the window, smashing it, while I body, like, however many, like, fit in between my outstretched arms.
Okay. There's 4 of them there. You're able to
Tackle
get.
them all to the-
Yeah. There's like 4 of them, but they're all like clustered together. So.
Yeah, as I tackle them all to the ground and smash them into the floor. Snarling.
There's one on the other side of the door in the hall that just like turns and look at you, and it's a security guard, and he's just like, oh, like he goes like this, and he's like swiping a card, trying to get in, but it's not working because he's going too fast.
Oh, trying to get in to, like, stop me or something?
Yeah. But he keeps on swiping the card too fast, so it's not working. It just keeps on beeping.
Is there... So, there's a door out of this room, right? Goes to the same hall?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and break down this door and beat the absolute fuck out of the security guard. Because
Okay.
I've also gotten mad.
Okay, go ahead and
I'm
give me.
guessing that
Yep. So you can just do.
strength?
Yeah, you can just do pure strength if you want, or you can use fighting, because as a fighting maneuver to fight the door.
No. I'm not gonna fight the door. My strength's higher.
I'm going to say you could always, like, punch the door.
Okay, again, same rule apply. As with Dave, you get a +5 because you guys are fucking pumped full of fucking adrenaline right now. Okay, yeah, so you definitely did a heroic feat. So describe what happened when you bodied that fucking door.
So, I come at this door at full speed, and shoulder tackle it, and if I hit it hard enough, it flies back into the other wall,
Okay.
and then I turn towards the security guard.
So when it flies back to the other wall, it does that thing where it dents, like where your shoulder hit it. So the top of the door, like the top third of the door, is bent down, like bending down, and then it's bending towards the room where the bottom half is, and when it hits, it kind of embeds in the wall. Okay, high or low?
Low.
5. That guard literally just shit and pissed himself. Like he stops, he drops his weapon, he drops the card, he's just in there shaking, not knowing what to do. Stretch, what are you doing?
Well, what direction are we trying to go?
Out.
All right. Well, the hallway that Robert has just opened for me. I'm just going to step out there, and I'm going to stretch my body to where it fits the entire hallway seamlessly.
Oh, okay.
Like a perfectly fit cube and a perfectly fit rectangle.
Okay.
And I'm just going to slowly make my way towards the door on the way out. Anything between me and that door has nowhere to go past me. It's only me coming at them.
Johnny turned himself into a giant trash bag. Just
Yeah.
It's just a cube of man, filling it from ceiling to floor, wall to wall, coming at them with a big grin.
So I'm going to ask, this is in the hallway, correct?
yes.
Yes.
Is this behind me?
No, I'm in front of you now.
Okay.
So you're a either less or more disgusting slime cube,
Yeah.
depending on how you look at it.
I am an airtight thwomp with a shit-eating grin coming at anything in the hallway.
When you were talking, I thought you said air twat. I'm like, what?
Yes, air twat.
Like, what is going on? Okay, so you're doing that. You end up collecting several guards on the way through.
There's no collecting. They're just slowly getting pushed towards the wall at the end of the hallway.
Did he take the key card with him, Will?
Yes.
Then I'm going to kick down the door that Dave is trying to get out of.
Okay. Yeah, you boot the door in, and Dave's just sitting there, like they're knocked out, and he's still like smacking them around.
Time to go!
Rawr.
If he's still
Yeah.
fighting after I say that, I'm going to pick him up by his neck.
I'm not still fighting.
Okay.
And then you hear off in the distance an explosion.
Kablam! Question, Will.
Yes.
Before we get too much further here, then. So we were captured. Doesn't that usually garner a hero point?
Yes, it does.
Okay, just checking.
You actually you all get 2 hero points, one for being captured and one for successfully escaping.
Ah, cool.
So, there's an explosion closest to Juddy. As you get near the end of the hallway, the end of the hallway just erupts, and you see the outside.
Boom!
Huh.
Did the explosion come from outside or inside?
From the outside. And it wasn't so much as an explosion once you realize what's happening, because you see a very familiar face, and kaboom! You see Dr. Aton in the same hero gear that you have seen him in footage, in his, the old footage reels of him as a hero, and when he first, got the ankle bracelet off. His eyes are completely just crystallized, and he created a vortex that sucked the wall off. That sounded wrong when I said it that way. The wall turned into oblivion through a portal. There we go.
Suck that wall off so hard it turned into oblivion.
And Aton just looks at you and just in a voice that is, it's his voice, but it's amplified. It sounds like it's layered. Did you need some help?
Well, I don't know if it's the real Aton at this point or not. Aren't we still in the other universe? Did he come through to this side?
So you can roll. So you're the one that sees him right now. So you're the only one that's going to get a chance to actually see it. So you can do an insight or a perception check right now.
All right.
Oh no. Oh no.
Got no idea.
You knew Aton of this universe was just sleeping.
Big faker.
Alternate Aton, you're here.
And then he flies off. Well, he actually takes and he like takes some portals and like shifts like the debris around to make a staircase for you to go down, and then he flies off. And you just see in the distance, like you see the moon. Like it's now like midnight. You see the moon is full, and you see a silhouette figure over there, like over at the skyline, and it looks like Dr. Techno. And you just see the silhouette of Aton over there, and you just see these two start duking it out. So it's just the moon, and these two are just fucking full force superhero fight, just fucking pummeling the shit out of each other. Aton is like making him hit himself because he's opening up portals, and like a portal in front of him, then a portal behind him, making him hit himself in the back of the head and stuff.
Do I see the dome?
Yes, the dome is like every time a hit is landed, the dome turns from red to green.
But I do see the dome, so I know we're still in the other universe. It's not like another thing where they're making us think we're still in our universe or anything.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to keep moving my cube ass all the way through the hole in the wall that he made.
So
I don't know what there was left for people in front of me, but
not much. Like,
whatever it is out the hole.
Yeah, well, like you get the stairs, and the stairs is only like wide enough for like one person to walk down, so they just come tumbling out of you like on either side. You just hear you guys come in. You see this makeshift staircase that you're not sure how the hell it got here. There's like injured people on either side, and then you see two dudes duking it out by the moon.
What the fuck is going on?
And then at the bottom of the stairs, you see the rest of the party. I think we caused a big enough distraction. Come on, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna look at Miss Lockhart and say, is that our Aton or your Aton?
That is your Aton possessing our Aton.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, you guys dropped your interdimensional phone gadget. I was able to contact him, and he goes, "Okay, I'm going to walk you through some stuff." Had me hook up something so he could access the body here. So he's piloting a corpse right now.
So I was right. It is just their Aton woken up.
No, it's not. It's it's your Aton using a corpse.
Yeah, it's the end of WandaVision.
Corpse of who?
Or it's the end of Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. Okay, technically, on a technicality, you're right.
Yeah, that's the best kind of right.
It's very much superhero-ish. Just saying. No, so like as you guys are running and stuff and getting there, they actually have another vehicle so you can get there. They have the scientists with them and everything. Because they said while they were searching for you, they went and did that. But when you're looking at them fight, like Dr. Techno is getting in some hits, and then Nanite's in the fight too, and it's 2-on-1. But Aton is still holding his own very well overall.
How did these fuckers kill him?
Well, they didn't really kill him
Oh,
before.
I was asking that in character.
Yeah.
The others.
Well, they did kill him. But you're not sure how.
I guess I know they killed him.
He had a heart attack.
Maybe he was poisoned by his wife. I don't know.
Who's saying this?
Yeah, who's saying this? I was asking that entirely in character.
That was Lockhart.
Probably alternate Linda's like giving her the stink eye, like, bitch, what'd you say to me?
Yeah, it is like what the fuck? Heh. Heh what? Heh. Anywho, you guys get to the intersection map. Just so you can see, because this is where you have to exit. This is the beginning of what's left of this versions of that. So, with this, luckily they're all fighting. So you guys have time to get through to get this on, and it's pretty much easy going at this point. Because there's a huge distraction with these guys fighting.
Right, let's go.
I am going to once again ask about Lightning Viper. Because everybody was concerned about him and nobody seems to be doing anything about it.
You just see a big gorilla, like, walking in the distance, and over his shoulder is a very beaten and obviously dead man in a yellow costume.
Okay.
And he just drops him on the floor. He wasn't a good man. But he was my only friend. But
What are you talking about? You got a coyote.
Coyote's,
Oh, coyote.
Coyote's not my friend. Not in the same way. I've been with Lightning since the beginning. He was the first one that Dad introduced me to. But I also found out he's the reason I am what I am. He killed me.
Ooh, snap!
So, I killed him in kind. He won't be a problem for you guys. I'll keep the guards off as long as I can, and then I'm going to bury my friend. And you can see in the distance soldiers coming and more robots. And Geist just goes... he hops out of the gorilla and jumps into one of the downed Vindicator, the big ones, and just takes that over. Go! And he just starts tromping towards the soldiers.
You heard the man. Let's not waste our opportunity.
Yep.
So the portal's open. You guys all get through. And everybody gets through fine. So when you're there, if you remember, they had it completely quarantined off. That was another telltale sign because when you guys left, everything was in like a quarantine zone that the public couldn't see. So it's still there, but you do see that Nanite is there, Paladin is there. Aton is there, but he's in, like, he's laying on this weird, it's a hover bed almost, and has like a couple weird things coming out of him. You're not really sure what's going on with that. But you also see a couple other members of Vanguard, people that you worked with before that you just haven't seen in a while. They're helping out with this event and stuff like that, trying to keep it out of the public eye. And then once you guys come through, Miss Lockhart shuts it down. And they're like, okay. It's like, first off, we just need to scan everybody to make sure nobody has any foreign elements on them before we can go. Come this way, and they take you through decontamination first. Then they load all of you onto a very nice bus, and then you guys all head to Aton's estate for debriefing.
Whee! Does it smell right?
Yes.
I'm gonna be
Absolutely.
paranoid every day when we wake up now. That's the real world.
Okay, so then all they do is they just debrief you with everything. So it's taking time and stuff. They give you time to get to eat, and then you see Aton kind of walk in, and he looks exhausted. And you see Lockhart run over and give him a hug. I know you don't know me, but thank you so much. He goes, yeah, kid. What? Okay. And then he sees both versions of Linda, and the two Lindas are talking. But you notice the one Linda, the one that was the Linda here, has gone mostly. Your guys' Linda has gone mostly gray, where this Linda has not. She has a couple like rogue type streaks in her hair of gray, and that's about it. And he just goes. He just walks over, grabs a cup of coffee. He's like, "So, you spending the night? I think we can make room. The three of us." They both look at him and simultaneously punch him in the face. And their Linda goes, "I love you, but you know I don't swing with other people." No, actually I don't. I think you broke my nose, you bitch. And his Linda goes, "Serves you right, and this is why we never got married. She's like, oh, really? And then they start talking. Fucking great. He's just like, hi, guys.
Hey, Doc.
Oh. You guys did a good job over there. Luckily for you, little Miss Lockhart here, she goes, just call me Locke. Oh, okay. Locke here was able to get your communication device and contacted me, so I walked her through how to temporarily reactivate Aton over there so I could help you guys out. Tell you what, Techno over there is a bitch. How he got the better of me 20 years ago over there, I have no idea. I must have been distracted or something. Actually, it could have just been a result of... Anyway. But thank you guys again for helping me with that. I'm going to go sleep for a bit, because that drained me. Very much so. And then, as he walks away, you guys notice that he has a brand new ankle bracelet on.
Ah. They took the opportunity while he was in a trance to get him back under house arrest.
Yep.
Well, he's not paying attention right now. Slap it on there real quick.
And he agreed to it already? Yeah.
He agreed to it, and this time he can't argue.
Okay.
Probably one was like, yeah, fair game.
Okay, so I will give you guys, I'll say, because it's been actually a couple sessions since I've actually awarded you guys PowerPoints. So I'll say you guys get a total of 12 PowerPoints, plus anything over, that's above 1 hero point that you have in your hero point pool will automatically convert over to a PowerPoint as well. And the PowerPoint level is now level 13. So you guys do have PowerPoints that you can spend on your powers. If you're going to spend them on the powers, like I said, the only thing I ever ask is make sure it makes a logical sense, like of kind of the evolution of your powers, of like why
Right.
you would like why would.
If I developed flight out of nowhere, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. But like like when you add stuff in skill point, okay, well I've been doing this, like I've been doing a lot more of this, so I'm gonna add this in. Oh, hey, or have an in-game, reasoning of behind what happened. Oh, I went into Genesis. Bad idea, but okay. Stuff like that. You also have your hero points that you can spend on your equipment, so you can spend it on building, upgrading your V-Swoop. Also, you need to build your headquarters, so you guys need to pull your resources together to buy your headquarters, figure out who's going to keep the tally of it, and stuff like that. But you can pull your resources and your pool points together to build your guys' headquarters and figure out where you want it. That being said, I know you guys like hanging out at Atons and that's what you're used to. If you want to have it near Atons, there's a lot of property on, in that area that you could technically buy and be his neighbor if you wanted to. Or if you want it somewhere else completely different, completely up to you. Like if you want it in the mountains in a cave, you want it underwater, you want it in a floating citadel in the sky, you figure out what you want, and then you just build it that way. So, what did everybody think of red light, green light?
Oh, that was a lot of shit going down.
It was definitely fun, writing this issue, it's what I do at work a lot of time when I'm on lunch. Like I'll have a magic video playing in the background, but I'm usually writing issues, or it's okay, what issue do I want to write this week? Or I already have a bunch of them done, some of them a bunch done ahead of time, but this one was specifically designed because of a extra life redeem. So this one is okay, this one is a multi-dimensional portal, so this one is now on a pre-1, so I had to do a little bit more work on it, and that's why I made it a two-parter. But I think it definitely... I do kind of like the two-parters, because then it's okay, we get this. It's a little bit of a cliffhanger and gives us time to think. I do like the one-offs too, but I definitely had fun, enjoyed this one, and having the rope-a-dope and the subtleties and stuff, and then you get to see new perspective, and then you have new doppelgangers that you're going to see, all around. And then you also found out that I do want to say that Jawjack is the second custom NPC that has now been officially introduced. Jawjack is actually based on a character design by Vaping Unicorn. So this is kind of what I came up for with him. So the version of Jawjack you see is not the actual Jawjack that is the character. This is the alternate version where he is a hero in this realm, where he is less than heroic in the real world. He is very flamboyant. He is he's a cocky athlete. He's kind of a, how shall I put it? He's a has-been in this world. Like, he retired. Like, think old school wrestlers blew through their fucking money because I always have money. I'm never gonna get rid of it, and then stops wrestling. Like, fuck, I don't got no money anymore, and I blew it all on coke and hookers. Basically the premise, and then became, like, right now, which we'll be actually introducing him again, which is going to have a different feel now that you guys know who he is and know some of his backstory from the alternate worlds. But you can pick, like, you already know pieces that are just, like, make sense. It's like, oh, they didn't get married, they had a kid together though, and it's like, but that makes you think, did them having the kid together push them apart? Is that why they didn't get married? You know, dun dun dun.
The question is, did they have the kid when he was still mentally competent, or did they have the kid after he was on lockdown and Alzheimer's?
Or did she even tell him she was pregnant and she was just all like,
he's only been like that for about 20 years, and the kid is in his 40s. So,
listen, we know time doesn't work normally in this universe.
Okay.
We've witnessed it about 13 times already.
This is true. Very, very true. Okay, I had a lot of fun tonight, guys. I will see Robert and Jenny tomorrow at Magic. Dave, I'll see you when I see you. Definitely had a lot of fun. I'm going to start ending my stream. If anybody's still here afterwards, we can talk for a bit if you want to. Otherwise, I will see you later. I will leave the program open for a bit. So if anybody wants to do anything other than that, if there's any point you want to get in there so that way you can edit your stats or anything like that, just let me know. I have the next 3 days off, so. Okay, folks, thank you so much for everybody who stopped in. Whether you said hello or not, if you're just watching, I know when it comes to streams like this, I'm not as interactive with chat as normal because I'm trying to tell a story. And you can find these, the previous episodes on my YouTube page, YouTube/Gruznik. So far, I only have the first 5 episodes, so 0 through 4 on there. I need to download 5, 6, 7, and 8, obviously. I am slowly getting to that. But there is that. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any. You son of a bitch! I'm gonna bird you. I don't know. I don't really see anybody on that I want to raid out to. You know, I think tonight I'm just not going to raid out. I do most of the time. Sometimes I don't. But it's hot up here, and my hip hurts. Mainly from sitting in the chair so long. But I thank everybody so very, very much. Definitely appreciate it. So I'm not sure when I'm going to be streaming again. My wife goes out of town on Sunday. That's when I go back to work, and she'll be gone for 2 weeks and a trip out to her mom's. So I am going to try to stream Monday, obviously, to get back into Minecraft Monday. So I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm playing cards with the guys. Friday I am going to be at the Children's Miracle Network Hospital for the CMN kickoff for work because it's that time of year, getting ready to kick off. So I'll be doing that on my day off because it's super fun. And then Saturday, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Probably just going to be annoying the hell out of my wife. But I will see everybody when I see you. Thank you.